Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again. I don't think this is a review. Well, it kind of is a review. It's a review of Selena dropping her own tea, telling her side of the story. Now, y'all know this Friday we did not have a review for the Bell Collective because their reunion was three parts. Selena was not allowed to come to the reunion because Sophia Shante Soguchi, affectionately known as Triple S, as I like to call her, she was, she's kind of in this thing with Selena, and she pressed charges against her because of the fight that they had at Latrice's wig event. So now she's kind of like barred from all things Bell Collective. So, Selena has been quiet. She ain't been saying nothing. She ain't been tweeting. She ain't been posting. She hasn't said anything about this. But when JJ got on that damn stage and said that she was a deadbeat mama, basically, saying that the girls had to get Triple S to do everything for them because they were begging for attention from their mom, she set the record straight. Okay. And she let it be known that that is not the case. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little snippet of what she said, and then I'm going to get into basically the review of what she had to say and a little bit of my commentary. Before we get into that, if you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Now, y'all remember on that reunion stage, JJ was saying that they were vying for their mother's attention. They were missing the attention that the mother could give them, and they wanted their mama. And what they got from Triple S was a sister and a friend. Y'all also remember how on season 3 of Bell Collective Part A, Sophia Shante Soguchi's daughter was basically saying that the girls were colorist. They didn't want to use her soap. They didn't want to be around her. Things like that. Well, Selena said all that straight. And also another thing I want to point out. Y'all remember when Carlos was directing those questions to Latrice and he asked her, if she was getting abused. He asked her straight up, like, is something happening to you? And she was like, no. And half the women on this stage have gone through something. Now, when she said that, my initial thought was Glenn. I'm not going to lie, allegedly. That was my initial thought outside of whatever she's going through or whatever they're saying that she's going through. But I want y'all to listen to this, and then I'm going to tell you the gist of what Selena had to say. Let's get into it.
Hi, Stingers. Welcome back to my channel. Hello to my new subscribers. Y'all gonna probably hear dogs in the background. Those are my dogs. This is real life over here. Okay, so just ignore them. But I never thought I would be making a video like this. I never thought I would have to make a video defending myself. Someone hasn't gotten over the fact that I left them. Someone is trying to make my life miserable. Somebody is trying to paint this negative, bad picture of me that's not true. Anybody can tell you how I am in real life. I'm done. I am so done. While my ex-husband want to sit and drag me through the mud, him and his wife. I've always protected this man's image. When I tell you, I have dealt with this. What is it, Jacqueline Hyde? You have this good person over here. That's the person y'all see. The God darn it side, the fun side, that's what y'all see. But me, my daughters, we know him. Y'all don't. It's a totally different person. He has a dark side. And by his stepdaughter living in the house, I know she done seen it. That's why on the TV show she was talking about he's controlling, and he is. My history with this man goes really, really deep, and it goes dark, very dark. That's why I'm no longer with him. On the show, season two, someone insinuated that my daughters were colorists. She did a live, and the live is posted here on YouTube. And she was like, well, I just said what came to my mind. Then she blamed the audience for taking it too far. They made it into a big deal. You can't blame the audience. The audience can only go by with what they see, right? My kids were attacked. Their father wanted them to promote that episode. My girls didn't want to promote that episode because they didn't want to promote something that was going to make them look bad, and they knew it wasn't true. My kids don't care how dark you are, how light you are. If you're the color of the rainbow, they don't care. They look at how you treat them. It's all about character. If you treat them wrong, they gonna push you away. But my girls are straightforward. They're gonna tell you their feelings. They're not gonna sugarcoat anything. That wasn't the only thing that was brought up. They was accused of being bullies, but they wasn't the ones subtweeting all of those years. Somebody else was, not my girls. Somebody wished death on my daughter's star and my grandson. Do you know how hard that was for me to see that? Do you know how that made my daughter feel? That somebody wants her unalive and her baby unalive because they're believing a lie? And you know how that made me feel as a mother who has already lost a child. I was furious. I wanted to say something right then and there. But my daughter was like, no, mama, let it die down. And I'm like, baby, it's not going to die down. It's on TV and it's on all social media platforms. And I still see new comments saying that my girls are bullies, saying my girls are colorists. With their stepsister said, I just, that just came to my mind, or I was just saying something, or just blaming the audience for just taking it too far. And that's not what she really meant. I know why my girls didn't want to use the soap, and it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with skin color. I had to leave JJ so many times for cheating, for physical abuse, from verbal abuse, from mental abuse, from him being a compulsive liar, from him being a serial cheater. From him being so controlling, I just couldn't go back.
So that's just a little snippet of what she had to say, but I'm going to give you the gist of it outside of that. Basically, she said that JJ, Sophia, Shantae, So Gucci, all of her aliases, everybody's a damn lie. Okay. She said everybody's lying. The fact that they would say that she was not there for her daughters, that isn't true. She said she was always going to the school. She was always there for them. She would go eat lunch with them. The teachers knew her. The kids would write her, Happy Mother's Day cards. And you know how the kids do in school when they do those creative art projects, when it's like a special day, Mother's Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of that. She was there for them. What we saw on Bring It was her. She was always involved in her children's life. She also stated that she would do things to try to help things be a little bit smoother. Like she would get the girls ready, bathe them. All they had to do was go in the house and go to sleep. And JJ is trying to make it seem like she wasn't ever there for them. As it pertains to the fight, she said that this is how it went down. She was in the car and she was talking to her daughter about how she had seen a UFO. Now, I don't know if she's seen a UFO or not, honey, but the unidentified flying object was that wine glass when it went on over there towards Sophia Shantae So Gucci. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Well, baby, she was talking about that. She sees this girl walk past the car and go to the car behind her, which happens to be Triple S. So let's fast forward and get inside the event. So she told Sophia's daughter, go tell your mom, to come over here. I want to speak to her, blah, 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 blah. Now, the way that it's edited, it looks like Tambra calls Sophia over, but that's not how it went down. It was just another event that she felt like she didn't want to speak to Selena. And Selena is like, what is wrong with you? Like, girl, what's the problem? So she comes toward them And she said that people thought that Tamra was being messy. Tamra was not being messy. She really was caught off guard, just standing there like, what's going on? She came in her personal space more than once. She came up to her, basically showing out. I'm just paraphrasing. This is not exactly what she said. She said that she came up to her showing out. And once she charged at her, she had to defend herself. And so the people that are blaming her for getting physical, it was because Triple S had come toward her. Now, I don't know who came toward what. The magic of editing is the magic of editing. So I don't know as it pertains to that. All I know is a fight ensued. Okay. Outside of that, she said that JJ burned her name in Jackson. He was going around telling all these salacious lies about her to anybody who would listen. And for the longest time, people were believing his lies. They wouldn't even deal with her. And it was really becoming a thing because JJ was just so mad and hurt that she didn't want to have nothing else to do with him. She said he was super controlling, so much so that she could not even have a cell phone, y'all. He told her, you know what? Neither one of us gonna have a cell phone. Come to find out, he got a cell phone in his truck. See, that's how they do. That's how they do, girl. It ain't no way I wouldn't have communication with the outside world. She said he was super controlling, would not even allow her to think for herself. They had a court date for her to go because of the, situation that the two of them were in with the physical altercation, right? She said she was so thrown off, she don't even remember if she went to court. That's how much he would confuse her and control her mind. Now, me personally, baby, I can tell you down to the date, minute, and second that I went to court. And if it's about you putting your hands on me, I damn sure can remember. But that's what she said happened. Outside of that, she basically was just saying that he's a lie and he's jealous of the relationship that she has with the girls. Every time they try to do something for her, he gets upset, talking about, I raised you. I was there for you. Your mama wasn't there for you. She touched on her losing so many people consecutively in her life. She lost her son, she lost her mom. And then what really took her over the top was the loss of her grandmother. After she lost her grandmother, she had a stroke. She had to relearn how to walk, how to talk, how to write. She was in a wheelchair. And the anniversary of her grandmother's death is something that is really, really near and dear to her heart. It's something that makes her sad. So the girls know that, and they went and got an edible arrangement, right? Well, baby, what they do that for? They go get the edible arrangement, and he mad because they gave her an edible arrangement to commemorate her grandmother's death. Now, why would you be mad about that? That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. But the crazier part, as I was listening to this, is that she said JJ told Star's boyfriend how to get away with murder, basically, no pun intended, how to get away with cheating. Okay. He told him, if you want to cheat, you got to go outside the country. Not him being a passport bro. And then she said, allegedly, someone told her that JJ has him a woman in Brazil. And the woman in Brazil has an uncanny resemblance to Selena. Said that they look just alike. Not him going over to Brazil to get him a woman child. Now, outside of that, she said he missed his grandson's first birthday. And y'all already know it probably was because Triple S was not invited. So if she ain't going, he ain't going. But that's crazy because she said he wanted the boy so bad. Okay, he really wanted the boy. Finally gets a grandson. Didn't even show up to the first birthday. That's trifling. And if your wife is keeping you from your grandchildren, then that's something that needs to be corrected. Because nobody should be able to come in between you and your children and your grandchildren. And I had told y'all when I did that review and she brought the baby over there, I said, oh, baby, she better than me. She better than me. Because if you would have pressed charges on my mama, baby, my baby wouldn't see you. You'd be looking for my child in the daytime with a flashlight. Ain't like you care about him no way. Because if you don't respect my mama, you don't respect me. And if you don't respect me, you don't respect my child. And that's how I feel about that. Outside of that, she was just basically stating her case. And she said that a lot of things that he's saying are flat out lies. The way that the fight played out is not exactly how it was. And she wasn't able to come to the reunion, so she's just giving her side. And she said that part 2 will drop today. As far as the girls are concerned, she said they have had to hold in a lot, so much so that one day she was doing her thing. She was on the coast, and one of her daughters called her, and they were very upset. She could hear it in their voice, and they were saying, I'm just so tired of always having to be the strong one and hold things in. Like, why do people keep treating us like that? And I think the thing is, JJ still sees them as little girls. They're grown women with their own mind and their own capabilities of speaking up for themselves. Now, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. You have Selena's side, you have JJ's side, but what I do know is I believe her. I do. I believe her. And physical abuse is never okay. And y'all know how I feel about that. Okay, y'all already know. I do not tolerate or condone any type of physical abuse, having been a DV victim myself. So for me to hear that, and then she started to tear up and cry, I was like, man, that is crazy. You just never really know. We know the characters that we see on TV, but you don't know what people go through behind closed doors. And this is probably the reason why they didn't want her at their reunion, because they didn't want the receipts to be dropped. It's giving CBS. Okay. It's giving CBS, baby. The receipts are long. Now, Selena's entire, spiel and her side of the story is on her YouTube channel. You guys can go over there and check it out. It's Selena Johnson. Just search for that and you'll be able to find it. It probably will show up on your recommended if you haven't already seen it. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are, this is sad. It really is, because at the end of the day, it's a broken family, and co parenting could have been great had JJ not set up and talked bad about Selena to Sophia Shante Soguchi. And I knew that's what he was doing when I saw that episode of them sitting outside after the fight happened, and him basically acting like Selena was jealous of Sophia. You're using triangulation. It's giving narcissist. That's what they like to do. They like to keep you triangulated. They go over here, they tell this person one story. Then they go over here and they tell this person another story. So now the two of you hate each other and you won't even come near each other to compare notes. That's how they do. But at the end of the day, JJ, Selena, Sophia, all the S's, okay, all the S's in JJ. For the sake of the grandson, y'all need to figure it out. And I'm happy that Selena came out with her side of the story and did not let them silence her. And I know that had to be hard because, people gonna have something to say, like, oh, now she coming out. Oh, why she ain't been saying nothing? If they was doing all that, why she ain't been? I'm already ready for that because I know that's what's gonna go on. But it's just sometimes you have to say what it is so that you can clear your name. Because I know I would want to clear my name if somebody on a stage on national TV telling them, oh, well, your mama didn't want you. She wasn't around. She didn't do nothing for you. I had to do everything. Yo, stepmama combed your hair. And Selena said that she did that to get a man, to keep a man. She was not neglecting her daughter for her kids because she loved her kids so much. No, she said she was neglecting her daughter, Sophia, that is, was neglecting her own child because she wanted the man, and that man was JJ. Now, baby, I don't know how long or deep JJ's pockets go, but how you keep getting all these beautiful women? That's what I want to know. Baby, y'all got a shortage of men down there, gosh darn it. Because, honey, ain't no way. Ain't no way I would even look JJ's way. Absolutely not. Sure, please. I wish I would. Anywho, like I said, Selena has the entire thing up on her channel. Please check it out, where she's telling you what it is that she wants to tell you that she was unable to say at the reunion. And I felt so bad that the girls were sitting there trying to defend their mother and basically being overtalked and being manipulated from other people stating that, you know what? That's your dad. Let me tell y'all something. I used to be a that's your dad, that's your mom. I used to be that kind of person. But now that I'm older, I understand that they are people at the end of the day. And if you continue to hurt me, I cannot continue to put myself in spaces with you. I cannot continue to give you the opportunity to hurt me. So now that they have a voice and now that they are willing to speak up, and not be stifled, not be silenced, not be controlled, then this is the outcome that you get. And you can't control them speaking. And I remember like a little snippet. It sounded like it was edited, but I didn't know because they were talking about one thing. Then all of a sudden, JJ was like, "No, y'all think I was controlling because I wouldn't let y'all talk to boys." And in this spiel that Selena did, she said they weren't even interested in boys. They like to go over to their dad's house because they got the freedom that they didn't get at hers. And also, she stated, because I forgot about this, she stated that Latrice pitched her for the show first, but she was still reeling and grieving and thinking about her son. So she couldn't do it. She didn't think she was in the right headspace to really follow through with that. So then Latrice presented to her that she had told them about JJ. Now, Selena said, "Look, I don't care if you pitch JJ. I was still being nice," she said. She said, "I was still speaking kind words, still being very respectful to him." And I told her, "Okay, girl, if you want to present him, go ahead. He's a good person. You know, his character is funny. People will enjoy him. Go ahead and pitch him from for the show." And that is how Sophia and JJ got on the show because Selena did not want to do it when she was initially pitched to Carlos. So the whole extra thing probably really sent her over the edge because, girl, who an extra? Me? An extra? No, ma'am. I was pitched for yet another show and I turned it down because I was going through real life stuff and I gave you the opportunity. So now you want to show out because now you have the opportunity? Okay. And that's pretty much it, honey. That's the end of what she had to say. And part two, she says, drops today. And when she drops part two, then I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts. My thoughts are this is sad. It's a family that's broken. There is, several years worth of trauma and history between Selena and JJ. And let's keep it real. JJ probably definitely wants to go back over there where Selena is. The girl is bad. Okay, bad. And and Sophia is a pretty lady as well. I'm not gonna say so. She always has herself together, baby. Her wigs be laid. She always looking like something. I got to give it to her. She gonna come out the house looking like something. So he picked some very pretty women, but I don't doubt for 1 second that if he could, he would. But now she's happily engaged. She is with someone. Her and her daughters have dropped this clothing line. So y'all check that out. And yeah, she says she's thriving, but she is going to drop part two today. And we'll see how that goes. I just think, as cliche as it sounds, honey, nobody wins when the family feuds. But I am so happy that she was able to speak her speech because they tried to silence her. And the fact that she was unable to even be Skyped into the into the reunion, it's one thing if she was unallowed, not allowed to come to the reunion. Okay, cool. I'm not allowed. But you could have at least had her on a screen so that she could say what the truth is. Because if you only get one side, well, her truth is. Because if you only get one side of the story, that's all you have to go on. Anywho, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you think about this. Tell me what you think about her saying that there was physical abuse in that relationship. There was emotional abuse. She was being controlled, couldn't even have a cell phone. That JJ is jealous of the fact that the daughters are close to her. And in a nutshell, the people that are suffering the most from this are the girls because they're stuck in between. I know they love their dad. I know they love their mom. But when you go and badmouth my mama, all bets are off. So now she's saying what it is that she's saying, and she's finally badmouthing him. And now they're stuck in the middle because how do y'all fix this? I think that some conversations need to be had, some distance needs to be brought. And also, she needs to talk to Carlos about having them not mention her name because there's a way to do that. If you're going to be on this show, you can't mention me. And she also stated there wasn't nobody even talking about Sophia Shante Soguchi before her name was brought up. She wasn't doing no interviews. She ain't got no motion in the city. She still ain't doing nothing. And all she has to talk about is Selena. Oh, hey, honey. This right here is a fool. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you think about the little snippet that I played. If you watched it, tell me what you thought about it. What do you think about Selena finally coming out and stating her case? I mean, if you've watched Bring It, then you know that she was a fixture on that show. And I never heard her talk bad about him at all. Now, I did see him flirt with her quite a bit. And child, I didn't even know he had a woman the way he used to be acting. But like she said, he was a cheater, pumpkin eater. And I'm so happy she got away. If all of that was going on, baby, I am happy that you are away and now you are happy. But what I'm not happy for is the grandson because he's collateral damage. I feel sad for him. I feel sad for her daughters because the situation with their dad is causing their children to have, to have to go without those memories until things are fixed. So I hope everything can work out. I'll be back with part 2 when it comes out, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.